there are like it's crazy that certain chemicals allow your mind to tap into different dimensions.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A little tweak of this chemical here, that boom, now your mind is is somewhere else.
It's so random for the videos that blow up, but on TikTok, that video ended up getting almost 20 million views.
Damn.
For me shaving my mustache.
Time doesn't exist, there's more to what we see. Let's sit down, talk about it, let's just call it P.O.T, P.O.T, yeah. Let's call it P.O.T, P.O.T, yeah. Let's call it P.O.T. Yo, 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 what up, y'all?
Podcast.
Got another dope episode for y'all, man. I got my boy right here. He's like a great fighter. He's doing his thing, but I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
How's it going, guys? My name's CYD Jose. I'm an amateur MMA fighter. I also do like social media content. I'm a TikToker with over 250,000 followers. And on top of that, I also like to do like streaming with like friends, collabs with other people, getting on podcasts like I am right now. And I do also help my dad run like a snake business behind the scenes.
Nice. And like with the fighting, like what made you get into it?
I would say that probably comes from me doing wrestling in high school. So I was never really like good at sports, honestly. Like anything with like basketball, football, I just wasn't really like built for it. I did try it out, but then I got to high school, and my freshman year, I tried for the wrestling team, and I just really like liked it. It just was different, and I felt like I gotta let off like some aggression, you know. Like I
Right,
felt like just as a younger,
Wrestling is hard, bro.
yeah, it is, dude. Like I remember I tried to tell people that like it's harder than it looks, but people have their opinion for that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you don't have the experience in it, you really don't know. Like 2 minutes may not seem like a long time, but if you're wrestling somebody a little heavier than you, bro, that's a long time.
Yeah, no, it is a long time. So, like especially when you go overtime. Oh man, that's tiring right there.
Yeah, bro. Like, and how long would you say you've been doing it?
So I did it my freshman year. I was wrestle varsity freshman year. It's the same as my sophomore year. And then junior year, I did wrestle a bit, but I'm gonna be honest. There was like this time in my life where I went through like this weird phase where I started going like on mental health medications, and I went through like this emo phase, and then I just lost a passion for it.
Right.
So I quit like halfway through my junior year, and then senior year, I graduated like 4 months into senior year, so I didn't even wrestle that year. So I wrestled for like 2.5 years. But then once I became 18, I started figuring myself out. I got clean off like those mental health medications. I was just like trying to figure myself out, and I just started doing MMA because one of my friends put me on with it. At Top Notch MMA is where I started at first.
Yeah, I know.
And
I know a few people from there.
Yeah, so that was my first gym. I was there for I think 8-9 months about, and I just felt like in love with it, to be honest.
Yeah, well, that's dope because like they do say physical things is the best way to deal with like mental stuff too, because something about the way we're so connected to our body, like putting your body through some sort of strain or some shit, it just helps. Especially if you get one through like some depression or some shit, like in my opinion.
For sure. I feel like a lot of guys I've met at like gyms or fighters or people that are just like really heavy into lifts, they got like some deep shit that's going on always. Or like something they need to let out. So like that's their way of coping, and it just gives them something to feel proud of themselves about.
Well, and that is like the best outlet, right? Especially as men. Because like man, we could get aggressive, or you could be in the wrong time, the wrong place, and then you get aggressive for no reason. Instead of like you go to the gym, now you're fucking getting that shit out on somebody that knows what they're doing.
And then when you get out of there, you're all feeling all angelic, like
bro,
like a peaceful man.
It feels good, bro. Like I like because sometimes I've been doing it. Like I don't do it like extensively as you, but like I'm starting to do it lately, and like it feels so good when you're done. And
it does, really does.
And how many fights would you say you've had?
So I've actually only had one fight, and I was training for a while. I was doing pretty good. And then I was feeling ready for a fight. I took the one fight at catchweight. I think my opponent, I forgot how old. I think it was like 26, something like that. I was like 19. Um, but I lost it. I'm not gonna lie. I had it lost decision. I lost the first 2 rounds. He wrestled. I think he wrestled in college too. He had a lot more wrestling experience. He was just a better grappler than me. And the third round, was the only round I won, just due to the striking, and he was gassing out a bit. But I lost that one, and then that's when I started working on my grappling. I did a jiu-jitsu tournament, and I actually got slept unconscious on my
Oh
first
shit.
jiu-jitsu tournament. Yeah, like I remember my mom was
Well,
there.
was it a choke or?
Yeah, it was a leg triangle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was just like trying to wrestle, and he caught, like, I took him down. I got the points. I was controlling him, and then he just caught me while, like, on his back, and I just was like, okay, it's either I tap out right now or I try to get out and possibly go to sleep. And then I just remember waking up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I swear to God, kid you not, I thought I was dreaming. Like, I forgot I was even at a tournament. Like, it was just, I was there. And then
Damn,
I'm
bro.
just woken up, and I looked around, and I was like, where am I? Like, I was so confused. But I was really bummed out because I paid to get into that tournament, and then I get slept and eliminated in the very first match.
Damn.
And for that month, I just like was grinding really hard, like if like 6-7 days out of the week, just jujitsu. And I did another tournament next month, and then I ended up getting first place for that one.
Oh shit, dope.
Yeah, so it was awesome. And it was, I think there was 17 seconds left, and I got a submission, or else it would have gone to overtime. And I was so tired, but it was a really good match.
How was the submission?
Is I got him with like a guillotine on top. It was weird. So like I was under him, laying like this, and I had it like tight, and I just like thrusted my hips up really hard, and I just completely turned him around, and I just got on top of him, and I sunk it in.
Oh.
I think he was just really tired, just as tired as I was, honestly. But I ended up getting the submission. It was great. It was a great feeling though, because it's like I lost the first fight because of like grappling. I got slept in my first tournament because I just wasn't familiar with defending myself the right way, and then I just kept pushing myself, and then I got first place, and I was just on a flow. I was also doing better with my striking, and I actually tore my rotator cuff, and this was last summer.
Oh shit.
So a lot of people have been asking me why I haven't been fighting yet, or like, what's taking so long. They think that I like quit. I tore my rotator cuff almost completely.
Damn.
I think it was like a week after I got first place as well. And it was so bad I couldn't even like hold a lunch bag in my left arm. Like it was really tired.
So
Like it was really like bad. And
right.
that sent me back. So I was in physical therapy for a while, just focused on that. It put me in the gutters for a while. Like mentally, I just wasn't in a good place because I couldn't do what I really wanted to do passionately. And physical therapy, worked with specialists for the last year. Some calisthenic guys that like helped me like build certain muscles just to like strengthen myself. They offered that I could have done surgery, but that would have been a 2-year process, and I was just like, nah, I'd rather just try to rebuild that muscle naturally and just take care of it with some like professionals. um I'm doing a lot better now. It's like I would say probably like 80% healed now.
How long did they give you, like, as an estimate?
They said I could be for sure good to fight by, I would say, next summer is a safe bet, or this upcoming summer. The
Okay.
one, not this one that just passed, of course,
2026.
2026 summer.
Yeah.
I'll be able to fight. But I've been training a little more. I've been just really focused on making my body strong and healthy. The physical therapy, and this month actually I've started to go back to training really hard, and getting.
But it's a
back
good
into
thing
it.
that you at least um did it the smart way. Like, you know what? I gotta let this heal, right?
Instead of rushing. I know a lot of fighters
Yeah.
that injure themselves and they're like, "Nah, I'm gonna keep fighting." I'm like, "That's horrible."
Well, because you just never know, I guess. I mean, it depends on on the person. But like,
Mhm.
I in my opinion, like I think that it is a good way to do it. Like, let it heal all the way, and then do what you gotta do, whatever.
Mm.
What tournament did you fight in when you did the amateur?
EFN.
Oh, okay.
I was on EFN 22. He's trying to get me on that show bad because I remember I ended up selling a lot of tickets for that one, and he's like, "Are you good this month?" I'm like, "Dude, I told you I'll be good by the end of the year." He's always asking me like every other month if I want to be on the next card, and I'm like, "No, it was like give me a chance to heal."
Yeah, but I mean, but that's like I said, bro. Like, yeah, if you let your body do what it has to do, and you're still young,
Yeah.
right? So like, you still have time to like let yourself really get to where you need to be body wise.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm pretty sure with fighting that's the most fucking important thing, right?
Yeah, like a lot of amateurs don't usually make their debut till their mid 20s sometimes. I know there is a lot of people that are young fighters still, but typically people make their debuts and they're like 23, 24. So I know that I'm young and I should take my time and be, smart about it.
I mean, but you still like you already have the taste of it, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So
Yeah.
like the dopeness was like that. You're like, oh, man, I got fucking submitted.
Mhm.
All right, and then you went. Next thing you know, boom, get first place. That's dope. That's fucking dope, bro. Like, and that goes back to what you were saying about the mental shit too,
Mhm.
because when you concentrate on something that heavy, you have no other time to fucking worry about the dumb shit.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I do, yeah. It helped a lot for sure. Like I said back to when I like couldn't like train anymore when I did tear it. It really taught me to like figure out who I was without MMA,
Mm,
if I'm gonna be honest with you.
mm.
And a
And
lot of
what would you
challenges.
say was like the outlet that you were like, you know what, I gotta do something else other than this.
Honestly, it was just trying to build like my own like self-love up, honestly, because I understood that I was getting so lost in MMA and using it as a coping mechanism, not just like, yeah, I was passionate about it, but I was using it to like suppress a lot of things within me.
Mm,
And I felt my body being injured, not being able to work out as much, um and also like having that taste in my mouth that I lost my last fight. It just like put a chip on my shoulder and made me feel like I was like a failure. And then I don't know. It really got to me when I didn't have something to just give me a drive. Because I feel like us, especially as men, we gotta have like a goal, a purpose for us to feel like we have purpose. If that
to
makes
fulfill
sense.
something,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah, because well, I mean, as men and as like human, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
like humans, you aspire for something, and like, but like going at and like as a fighter, as a man, as a like, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You feel like, man, I gotta fucking accomplish some shit.
Yeah.
If you do have that in you, and like you obviously do, so you were pursuing that, but like, and so like once you were like, damn, I can't do this. What was your next step? What were you like?
Um, I'm gonna be honest. I got really lazy for a few months. Like I just did nothing with myself. Like I started eating like junk food again, playing video games, just honestly just wasting my time. Felt probably only did for like 3 4 months. Like I gave up too easily, and then there was just like a click where I was just like, nah, I need to figure myself out. So I started working on my clothing brand more because I do have like my own clothing brand.
Oh yeah, kind of saw some of that
And I
stuff.
also do like custom like clothing for other clients. Like I have clients that I do clothing with. Like, you know who Josh Stricker is by any chance? It's one of Brian's training partners. He's also a coach at the UFC gym.
I
Um,
yeah, I might know, but like like then yeah,
your predator faces. That's how
yeah,
I am.
exactly right.
But I think he's like a professional MMA fighter, like 9-6.
Oh shit.
And his last fight, I made him like over 50 shirts. I did all his like stuff,
Oh
So I
okay.
I also do like custom stuff for other people. So I just during that time I just was focusing more on like getting better at that craft, and as well as just trying to enjoy my life with friends and family more. Not just get caught up in my head. Like I'm like there's things that I can put my energy towards more, that I probably should be doing instead of just
But
soaking in my sorrows.
well, yeah, because if you do let yourself get consumed by your mind,
Mm,
because sometimes your mind could be your best friend or your worst enemy, bro.
mhm,
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy how there has to be some type of separation between you and your mind at sometimes.
mhm.
And you have to be aware when your mind is just trying to fuck with you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that you already have that type of perspective. Because like sometimes it takes a long time to fucking recognize that shit.
yeah. I feel like that just has to do with the fact I feel like me personally, I kind of had to like mature pretty fast because I'm also like the oldest out of like um five siblings. I do have an older stepbrother, but he was barely in the picture. But out of all the siblings, I was always oldest and always around. Um, Parents have no memory of them being together. I actually didn't get close with my dad. I'll do like I love my father now. Me and him are close now, but I did not get close with him until I was 18. Before that, it was just my mom basically raising me and my brother. Um, and a lot of pressure from that, trying to find like I guess you could say a father figure or a male
Yeah, yeah.
figure to look up to, and just I had to put myself out there more and figure my own shit out. Because as much as my mom's my mom, a mother can't teach you to be a man,
Exactly.
or
Right, right.
learn how to grow up. And then also like the neighborhood I grew in, it wasn't necessarily the best. I got bullied on a lot. I got picked on, jumped, fights, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I felt like I was kind of forced into, you know, having to figure shit out, and survival, like that survival instinct, Um, I don't know. I just think it's just the upbringing I have that kind of forced me to like think as mature as I do now. Cause I see some guys that are like in their 30s, 40s, and they're like doing the same stuff that I was doing. When I was like 16. I'm like, man, what are you guys doing with yourselves?
Right. Like, I mean, everybody comes to it their own way. You know what I'm
Oh, for
saying?
sure, for
But like,
sure.
and that's the good thing about making mistakes is if you're open to learn from the mistake, because there's nothing wrong with making mistakes.
Hmm.
You're gonna make mistakes. We're all human. No one's perfect and shit. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Because if I was perfect, bro, shit, where would I be, right? Like,
that's true. That's true.
but we all make mistakes and shit like that. But like when you're willing to like learn from them, that's how you like become who you are. Like
Hmm.
eventually. Like with you, and you were like, man, I fucking lost this match, this rapidly match, and now like I'm gonna come back. But that's how the shit is. Like, um, and it's like if some people make mistakes and shit, and they don't learn shit from them,
Hmm.
and that's how they keep making them.
Yeah, I could definitely recall times I've done that a lot. Everybody does it though.
Right. I mean, but with Top Notch, how long you been there?
So I was there for 8, 9 months, like I said, when I first started, and I think I was 18 when I started there. And after that, I'm gonna be honest, those guys are dogs in there. Like they're grit. Like I feel like when I went in there to spar at that gym, you're fighting every day in there. Like those guys spar hard. I'm not gonna lie, they train hard. I give them that grit. But after a while, like I had already had whiplash twice from wrestling in high school,
Yeah.
so all them like punches to the head constantly and like feeling like I was always like in that fight or flight mode. I just felt like it wasn't healthy for me. So I personally just switched gyms. Wasn't for me. Um, they're pretty gritty over there, if I'm being honest. And then I started training at the UFC gym at Yorktown, and I didn't really know anyone there. It just started with me like going to the basic classes and you know just working out, lifting weights, and then I met Brian. It was random, like it was a me and Brian just had like a random altercation, and he was just like, "Oh, like what's how like do you have experience?" I told him I did a little bit of MMA and like with Top Notch, and then I did some wrestling in high school, and then he was just basically was just like, "All right, come on," and then he took me to the cage and just practiced with me for free for a little bit,
Oh shit.
and he was just like, "I think you got potential," and like he basically since then just started like training me, and so from like then after that, I was at UFC Yorktown up until January, this recent January that passed. Um, so I was there for a little while. Brian took me to like Dominion MMA, which I know like there's like fighters like Charlie and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kalen, I think. Who else is there? Scott. No, what's his first name? I think I can't remember what his name is.
Well, Charlie was here too.
Charlie's coach, though. You know who I'm
Uh,
talking about?
mm,
I'm so I apologize. I've trained with him so like a lot of times before, and I'm blanking out on his name.
But that's how I am too. To be honest.
Tyler. There we
Okay.
go. Tyler, and then Shane. There's like a lot of good fighters from that gym too. He took me to MMA Stop, which I know there's a lot of good fighters in that gym as well. So he was just having me cross train. Brian just like basically was just trying to give me as much experience as I could, and all due respect, because he took me around for free, like everywhere,
That's dope
you know.
though.
So whenever I was training with him, I'd always bring him food or buy him food because he took me everywhere for free. Like he was just putting me on game, and then I'd practice one-on-one sessions a lot with him at the UFC gym, of course. But I was more of like I was at the UFC gym, but I was more so like Brian's like fighter. Like I was like he was teaching me, and he'd take me around other gyms,
Yeah.
and I'd also go to 10th Planet, and 10th Planet Jiu Jitsu in Lombard.
Oh snap.
So I was there for a minute. I trained with a lot of guys from there. Learned from a few coaches from there, and then after that, I actually left UFC and 10th Planet and started training with this guy called Jesus. His Instagram's tag was like, "What would Jesus do?" Something like that. He changed it. I know he changed it. I don't remember, but he had like his own gym. It was like WWJD Academy, and it was like a low key gym. Like he was starting like his own business. But and he didn't necessarily have the best rep in the MMA community, but he was so good, like so good. Best fighter I've ever trained with, like coach that's ever taught me. He was really good. But I trained with him for a while after that, and it was during my rotator cuff injury too. So he helped me a lot with getting better with my rotator cuff. And then he just stopped. Like I think his gym, I don't know. Like he deleted his page and everything, and he kind of just went MIA on everyone. So I don't know what happened with that guy.
Yeah.
And then now I'm at Intercept MMA.
Okay.
So that's probably been my favorite gym I've been at so far. I love that gym at. So now I'm in Intercept MMA, which is in Oak Park.
So right now you're like sort of like training a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I mean, you could still. What is it like that you're sort of doing?
Like what am I training specifically?
Yeah.
Oh, everything. So I'm like training Muay Thai, MMA. It's like itself, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, and then like boxing. Like I'm just getting like I'm trying to get everything, a little bit of everything all the time.
Right. But you just like being careful with the.
Yeah, well, it's a lot better now. I've been able to train a little more, but I do get a little nervous with it sometimes because it's weird. Sometimes my shoulder it pops out of place.
Whoa.
Yeah, so because of the way it healed, it gets locked in this socket in my shoulder,
Oh shit.
and like I have to like pop it out. So sometimes it was like I'll be in practice or I'll be working out and it'll like pop and get locked in that spot, and I have to take a second and pop it back in, and then I can
Damn.
go back to training. But it
That's
only hurts when it's like locked. The moment I like pop it back out, the pain goes away
oh,
completely.
it's probably like those nerves, right, or
Hmm.
something. That's crazy, bro. Like it's crazy that we are like a type of machine, right?
Yeah.
Like fucking bones, and then we got nerves, and then on top of the nerves, we got the fibers of the skin, and then fucking hair.
Yeah, and I didn't know this as well, but like since I have shoulder pain and also had like the whiplash, like I didn't know that like the nerves in your neck can connect to like your shoulder. Like there's a lot of stuff that I'm like,
Yeah, bro.
it's weird.
That's how people get the sciatica.
Hmm.
Is that is like a nerve that's pinching on that one part of the bones or whatever right there. So that's how people get that one pain right here, and like that's just crazy. It's crazy, bro. Like for real. Like it's crazy being human too.
Yeah, how the human body works, how the human mind works.
Yeah,
Are you like big into like thinking about like excuse me, like how small we really are?
yeah. Like
Like,
compared to other planets
hmm,
within our own fucking bro, Jupiter is like I think they say 5 times, 7 times bigger than Earth.
like we're small, we're tiny. Sometimes like you ever have those nights where you're sitting there and you just think about that, like you're just like this small speck.
Yeah,
Like sometimes like I'll have nights I'll think and I'm just like, man, like not on like no depressing shit, like damn, like what am I doing here? Like I just exist. Like
it's
not
crazy because there's like organisms even smaller than us,
mm-hmm.
and they're doing some shit. Like the ants are not aware of us, but they're over there living some crazy ass life, building fucking crazy ass monuments
I
under
be
the
thinking
earth.
about that sometimes.
You know what
Like,
I'm
I wonder
saying?
what those bugs are
And
thinking down
then
there.
to some, like, if you really like someone looking up, I mean from up down, and they seeing us, like, what the fuck are they doing?
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if that you were the ant, like looking up as us, looking up at us as humans.
As human, or someone looking down at us,
That too, yeah.
like,
Do you think we're alone?
man, I mean, there's a if this universe really is infinite,
Hmm.
I mean, there could be a chance that there's something or some type of intelligence out there, right?
Hmm.
Would they be able to reach us and like just fuck around with us? I don't know. Depends. I don't know. There is other dimensions though. I believe that for sure.
Hmm.
Because I've experienced things where like, oh, man, there's this reality is something, but there are like it's crazy that certain chemicals allow your mind to tap into different dimensions.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
A little a little tweak of this chemical here, that, boom, now your mind is somewhere else.
What
Or
are we?
even when we go to sleep, bro.
Mhm. It's weird that we can't. That scientists can't explain dreams. They don't know why they happen.
Right. It's just they they're like, oh well, all you doing is like your mind is trying to just like get rid of all the memories you don't need type shit.
Yeah, and it's kind of like just processing everything
Yeah,
as you're
like,
sleeping.
but like, what about the dreams where you see the future?
Mm. Like you like having like deja vu moments.
Yeah, or like even those dreams that feel so fucking real, like super real.
Yeah, I've had
That's
some
just
dreams.
crazy, bro.
You ever had those dreams where like you've done some crazy fucked up shit in your dream and you wake up like I am so grateful that
That
that was
that's
all a
not
dream.
fucking real.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I've had
One
some crazy dreams like
one
that for
time
sure.
I had a dream that I couldn't find my car or some bullshit, bro. And I was like, fuck, the whole fucking dream I was looking for my car, I couldn't find it. And then when I woke up, I literally was like, man, I hope I fucking get my car back. I kept thinking that. And then like I'll go to the bathroom and I'm like, oh no, that was a dream. The car's outside.
Yeah, I had this one weird dream, right? Where I was like in school, even though I was way out of school at this point, but for some reason I was back in school. And I'm walking down the hallway and we look out the window and we just see like the FBI, helicopters, like cop cars driving around everywhere with their sirens on. And then I look at a bulletin board and it says wanted and it's a picture of me.
Oh shit.
But I didn't do nothing. But supposedly they said it was like I was wanted for killing someone.
Damn.
And I was just like, what the fuck? I was like, I've been in school all day. I didn't do nothing. I swear. So like I was scared. I was in like the classroom. And I remember at one point the students tried snitching on me and out of nowhere I got like a piece of rope and just started climbing down the window and
Oh
trying to just get
shit.
away and escape. And then they started chasing me. And then right before they could get me, I woke up and I was like, thank God that was a dream. I was like, I remember like just like jumping up and like touching myself, making sure I
But
was
that's
still
crazy
real.
though, right? Like that's a dimension that does exist somewhere, bro.
Yeah.
And what is that? How how does that exist elsewhere? And it could only exist if you tap into that type of realm.
You feel like that's what's happening when we fall asleep, like we're tapping into those other dimensions?
I think so, bro. Or when you know, you do substances that allow you to see those,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? And it's weird. Like, so there's so much possibility in this reality, bro, that
Quick question, what's your opinion on like psychedelics?
I think psychedelics are good if you do them like uh
And like
for a
moderation?
reason. Yeah, moderation and for a reason.
Mhm.
Like, don't just do it to, like, you know what I'm saying, fuck around. You could do whatever you want.
Yeah, oh for
Anyone,
sure, for
you know what I'm
sure.
saying? But I'm just saying, in my opinion, like, I'd rather just, if if I'm been like, because I usually take at least 6 months off, and then maybe, or like,
Mhm.
depending, allegedly. But, but when I do is I try to figure shit out, because I like what it does. It just
Mhm.
helps me like really see what the fuck I'm bullshitting about.
Yeah, it makes you what is it? It gives you like a clarity of
Yeah,
like who you are and what you shouldn't and shouldn't be doing.
yeah. It literally shows you, like, if you for some reason like, man, why the fuck is this happening? Here it is. This is why, and there's no one else but yourself.
Mhm. And I feel like you're so tuned in with your emotions that you can't hide away from it. Like you just feel everything so deeply.
Yeah,
There's like no hiding from it.
and that's what happens in dreams as well. Sometimes dreams show you some shit that you, when you wake up, are like, what was that about? And then when once you figure it out, you're like, oh, okay, that was like a warning or some bullshit. Like, depending on, whatever the circumstance. But
I got a fun topic, but give me 1 second. I'm gonna get some more water because
oh,
that
for sure,
counter
yeah.
dropped.
But you could just bring it over here if you want, bro. Um, but that is crazy that we all have to dream, bro. Almost everything in this world has to go to sleep at some point. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got it right here. Everything, every species, everything sleeps. I mean, I don't know about trees. Maybe they do. What would a tree fucking dream about, right?
They say plants are alive.
They are alive. They're conscious.
Hmm.
They communicate with each other.
Yeah, like telepathically too. It's
Like
weird.
it's weird. It's weird that everything has to communicate with each other, bro.
Okay. Another fun question. What do you feel about like what's your opinion on like spirits, ghosts, paranormal stuff?
Like, see, we all have souls, right?
Hmm.
So I believe there is the question of the spirit. Yeah, I believe that there is such thing.
Hmm.
Where does it come from? I really don't know. Where does it go? I I don't know if I feel like the spirit requires type an energy to create it.
Hmm.
Our body with our brain, what we consume, makes energy out of the proteins or whatever the hell you're eating, and it gives you power. And then next thing you know, you continue this soul in this body,
Yeah.
right? So what happens if you don't have this shell? How do you power that soul?
The only reason I ask, right, is I feel like I've told people like certain stories and I feel like they don't believe me, right? But I used to think like, oh, ghosts, like I'd question it because I've never like, I'm like, I'd have to see it to believe it kind of deal, you know? But I'd always like, um, wonder if it was real or not. But I've had experiences that like made me for sure, without a doubt, believe in like spirits and stuff. Like there was this one experience I had, and I remember I was in fourth grade specifically. I remember so vividly, so clearly. Like I knew I wasn't tripping. Like I'm not mentally ill. I'm not crazy. I'm not schizophrenic, right? I remember, you know when you're younger and you're scared to turn on the lights and stuff, or
Turn
you're
it
scared of
off.
the dark and
Right.
stuff, right? And so I remember it was late at night. It had to been like in like 3 in the morning around there, and Disney Channel's on in the background. I'm waking up and I'm like, dang, I really gotta pee. And so I went to go to the bathroom and I told myself like I had to open the door, and I'm not like allowed to turn on the lights because like at nighttime, because of like my mom was a light sleep. Everyone was just a light. They were like my parents are light sleepers. My mom and my stepdad. And so I was like, nah. I was like, I'm a big boy. I was like, I don't need to turn the light on. And so I was just like, I went out the room. I look down the hall, and right in front of me is the bathroom. Like it's right in front of me, the bathroom. But the moment I turn my head right, I just see like a woman.
Oh
I'm
shit.
not even kidding y'all. Like I swear to God,
Damn.
right head up to God, I'm not kidding. I see this woman in like a black dress. And at the end of the hallway, because like going down the hallway, it's like the bathroom, the living room, my room. So when you come out the room, there's the bathroom, there's like the kitchen dining area, and then the actual kitchen, and then there's like my mom's room, and then right next to my mom's room is the stairs to the basement.
Oh shit.
So I see this woman that's about like, I see her slowly about to go down the stairs, and I'm in so disbelief. I out loud say, "Mom, what are you doing?" Like
Oh.
I'm getting chills just thinking about it, man. Like, and the moment I said that, she like in a split second just completely turned at me, dude, and just started
Ooh.
like not even like running, just gliding towards me.
Oh
And
shit.
I let out the most like terrifying scream. Like I don't think there's ever been another moment where I felt like I was about to die. Like that's how much fear I
Damn.
had in me. Like I screamed so loud, and then I just remember just like going backwards and just shutting the door, and I locked it, and just remember running up to bed. And my brother woke up right after that, and he can even testify to this story. And after he woke up, he sees me screaming and crying and like freaking out. So and there's two bunk beds. So here's the bedroom door, right? And right in front of it is the bunk bed he's on. And he's on the top bunk bed. And then there's another bunk bed on the side of the room. And I climbed onto the top of that bunk bed. And once I got up there, like I'm like just shaking in fear, dude. And then the doorknob just starts going like this.
Damn.
Like it just starts shaking, like rattling. Like dude, I was so terrified. It's like unreal how I felt. And then my brother started asking like, what's going on, what's going on? And I just basically told him like a
There's some shit out
demon,
there,
some like
yeah.
there's something outside trying to get us. And so he starts screaming and crying, and out of nowhere the handle just stops. And then that's when I just got quiet. So the moment like the noise stopped, I got quiet because I felt like if I kept making noise, it was gonna like come get me, you know. And I just told him, and then he starts crying. I'm like, this, like, I'm like I said, I'm in like fourth grade. He's like in second grade. And then like once it got quiet, I got quiet. And I'm like, shut up, shut up, shut up. And it was just like quiet, like dead quiet. And I'm confused why my mom didn't wake up. So me and my brother just start screaming for my mom. We're just screaming, "Mom,
Yeah.
mom!" And she's a light sleeper. My mom wakes up to like a light turning on. So we're screaming for her to wake up. And I don't know why she's not waking up out of all times and out of all days.
Right.
But I remember just telling my brother, "Hey, bro, we got to get out this room and just like book it at her door." And I remember at that old house, her door ended up being like loose, like you could push it open even if you lock it. Because when we ran, we both just ran like through the door. We like just tackled it.
Bulldoze through it.
Yeah, bulldozed through it like out of straight fear. And we were just scared because like the basement she was essentially going down towards is right next to her room. So I was just terrified.
Damn.
Like, dude, like what if we go there? She's
And
just
she's
right there.
there. Oh
So
shit.
I'm terrified, but we go through. I remember waking my mom, shaking her up, and my stepdad wasn't there. I think he was like working a night shift. And like we wake her up, and she ended up like woke up confused, and then now she's anxious and she's worried, and she calls my tia, and she stays on the phone with my tia while my mom gets like the pit bull because we had a pit bull in the room.
Oh snap.
So she got the pit bull. She walked around with a knife and had my tia on the phone the whole time. Checked the whole house, completely empty, nothing in the crib at all. And eventually she was just like, just go back to sleep, guys. Just you're good.
Damn.
And then she tried telling me I had like a fever. Maybe I was just sick. But I was just like, no, like I'm not kidding you.
I
I was
saw
not sick.
something.
I saw what I saw. Like I'm not tripping. To this day, it's just an unreal story that like I just feel like I can never get anyone to I don't do it. It's unreal. I can't even like
I
put words
mean,
into it.
you experienced it, so like it could have been something, bro. You just never know, right? Like you just really don't know, cause like I mean, I don't know if I've seen something like that myself, but I have had experiences here
Hmm.
at this place.
Really?
Yeah, cause I'll be doing like a session of like doing something recording or some bullshit, and like sometimes I stay late, or there'll be people here and then they leave late, so I gotta stay behind and just clean whatever. And like one time I was in there having a session, and I think I was like, man, I gotta use the bathroom. Let me go to the. So I come outside, and as soon as I come outside, bro, I feel like someone's watching me
Oh, I know
the
that eerie
whole
feeling.
time. The whole time I stepped out of there, and I started walking through here. Something made me look this way, like on this area, and then I'm like, so then I go in there, right? I go into the bathroom, whatever, and I even kept the door open just in case. Like, if someone's here, I'm not gonna let them just fucking come at me. I'm just gonna make sure, like, I gotta be watching this. And I come out, and like, I don't feel it no more. So I'm like, ah, it's just my mind. And I don't know where I hear something fall,
Nah.
like something fall over there.
Like in this back area?
Yeah. So, bro, my hairs,
Just like,
yeah, I just got crazy goosebumps, bro. So I start turning on all the lights. Yo, who the fuck is here? Blah blah blah. And I like start going to go get like something just in case someone's in here. And I go in there and check, and it seemed like there was something that's like must like it was like a broomstick, sort of like that, like slipped. I don't know how it happened, right? I really don't remember moving it myself, but that shit like I'm like, man, I till this day I'm like, was somebody here that fucking day? Why did I feel that shit? Like I felt, you know what I'm saying? When you feel someone
yeah.
watching you.
It's funny you say that because there was also in that same house, another story to this day that like I'm talking about put my stomach in my ass.
Oh,
Um, and it was so remember how I told you the basement was downstairs and then there was my mom's room.
right.
There was a room right here that used to be like the playroom, like our toys and stuff would be here, you know. Or when we got a game system, we put it in there and we'd play in there. And that turned into my room eventually. And I think I was a freshman. I had to have been a freshman. And I think it was my freshman um the summer going into my sophomore year. So this was during the summertime. And I had a cat named Jade who always sleeps in the room with me. So I was always used to something jumping on the bed.
Right.
So there was one night I'm watching YouTube and I remember it's exactly what I was watching. I was watching Impractical Jokers on YouTube.
Oh shit, I like
I'm
that.
laughing my ass off. I'm in a great mood, right? I got the Cheetos. I'm like, and I'm facing away from the door. And there was like a window too. So I'm facing like the wall right here. Let's say the door is like right there. I'm facing the wall right here because the bed's like this against the wall. So I'm facing this way, you know, burritoed up, got the snacks, chilling, watching Impractical Jokers.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, I feel like a little pressure on the bed.
Oh,
Like something like got on the bed.
yeah.
And I went, Jade, thinking it's my cat. I turn around and I physically see the bed, like the space it was on, like a
Oh
little part of
shit.
the bed lift up,
Damn.
like as if something was sitting right there. And I was such in shock that I just remember like I just went back under the blanket and just started praying. Like I just prayed. Like I just started praying, like Lord protect me. I'm scared. I don't know what that was. I know you're by my side. I know nothing's gonna happen to me. I think I had like my cross on too. So like I felt like even if there was something there, because I had like so many like creepy paranormal experiences when I was younger. I just pray now when like things like that happen because I genuinely think that stuff is real, you know.
Right.
And
So
I
you.
remember just praying and I was just like, I'm gonna just try to sit here and try to go to sleep. And my phone's off now, right? And I feel like something like, dude, man, I'm getting chills thinking about it. Like, you know, when you say you feel like someone's like watching you,
Right.
it felt like someone was right over my head.
Oh
Like
shit.
I felt like a presence right over my head, and I'm under the blanket. Like I just felt like someone was right next to me, and I was thinking about taking the blanket off my head, and kid you not, like swear to God, it just goes turn around. A whisper,
Oh.
like it was so light, but like I felt it, like I felt it on my head and my ear, and I heard it so vividly. And that's when my stomach just went in my ass, dude. And I just remember staying under the blanket the whole night. I don't know when I fell asleep, but I just remember when I woke up and I saw daylight outside, I turned around so quick and like, it was daytime, nothing was there anymore. But I stood up for a while, like under that blanket. I did not, I was just frozen in fear. Like I didn't want to get out of that blanket.
That's crazy, bro. Like when you do get scared, sometimes that does fucking like you just stay like,
Freeze.
until something about the daylight is like I'm good now. For some reason, whatever the fuck that is, whatever
Nighttime
the
is,
energy about it, you know what I'm saying?
dude, I'm getting chills thinking about it right now, man.
Are you like a big believer in God?
I am. I will be honest, I'm not the best, like, I would say, follower in the sense of like being like non-sinful. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a sinful person. But I do believe in God. I do know I do wrong sometimes, but I do think there is like a God for sure, 110%. So like if you ask my opinion, I do strongly believe, but do I strongly follow like I should? I do not.
Right. I mean, I believe that like if your heart is good,
Hmm.
like that's already a good step.
Intentions.
Yeah. Like to have good intentions upon like what you're doing or the people you're around and shit like that. I think that's already like a good thing. And I mean, who's really to say um what's the way to be, right? Like,
Hmm.
but I mean, but if you are following the actual word, there are certain things you're not supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, but in real life, in this life that we happen to live in nowadays, it's like there's so many things to experiment. There's so much knowledge now.
Yeah.
There's so many things now that are opening, like they're even discovering nowadays. They're discovering more things, bro,
Yeah, they are.
with the pyramids, with like a bunch of shit that's happening. It's like there's so much info now. So like,
It's crazy they don't push it though on social media. Like those videos you're talking about, I watch a lot of them too, and I keep up with all those kind of stuff. But you could tell the views are suppressed because it's always like 43,000 viewers, 100,000 maybe a million on some videos. But it's always like those videos are always suppressed on purpose because they don't want too much people thinking about that stuff.
yeah, because they want people to be like more worried about what celebrity doing or some
Hmm.
bullshit.
Yeah,
Other than like, hey, fucking check it out, man. There's all these fucking discoveries. Now there's new fucking, another. They discover like two different types of humans that used to
Hmm.
exist back in the day. They're starting to discover more things under the sea, more fucking species, bro. Like that's so fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, I'm so curious about that kind of stuff. So like I'm always like like watching videos, but I've seen so many of them that I just start rewatching them because like it's just like not a lot of people post about it, but like I do keep up with a lot of that content. So I'm always like I know like all the videos that are out already. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a brain fart right
But
now.
with like going back to like God, like
Mm.
it, it in the long run, I do feel that there is a higher power.
Oh, for sure, something definitely
There
made
there's
everything.
something out there that because uh, with dreams, I've had like some crazy dreams where like Satan was trying to talk to me type shit,
Hmm.
and like it's not even it wasn't words. There was no words exchanged, but I knew what was being said. And as soon as I started praying, like that presence went away type of shit.
Hmm.
So there has to be something to that, right? Like,
Yeah, I think it's kind of like the whole yin and yang. There's always an opposite. Like there's always good and evil. Like there's definitely signs that there is demonic energy and demonic stuff going on. So there's always an opposite. And so that's just seeing how much evil there is and just feeling how much evil there is. Um, that even shows more proof that there is like a God.
yeah, unfortunately, like this, the world, even though it's so safe, it's still so much crazy stuff, man. Like, now we like we're so used to like hearing, oh, school shot, somebody went and shoot a school,
Mhm.
or somebody got shot here or there
Mhm.
and that. Like we're so used to it now that like we're like, oh shit, another shooting, oh, another this, and like that shouldn't be.
Yeah. Everyone like if anything, it's getting so normalized now. Everything just turns into a joke now. You go on social media, jokes everywhere.
Well,
No one
yeah.
can take things
I mean, the
seriously.
internet always wins, they say, right?
Mhm. Always.
But like, it's just so fucking crazy, bro. Like, we we as humans are like when we were talking about if someone was looking down, they would just see a bunch of humans walking
Killing each
around
other,
fighting each other
arguing over dumb
over
stuff.
some nothing, over some patch of land,
When we could be growing as like a
when we
species.
could just be like the ants. Well, I mean, I guess there is different types of ants, and they go to war as well.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you look down at them and you're like, oh
Oh,
shit,
the
they're
red ants
fighting
and the
each other.
black ants are
They're
fighting.
like, right, but they don't have technology, they don't have the information, they don't have the intelligence. If we as humans uh, come to that conclusion that we're the most intelligent being walking on Earth,
Mhm.
then how come we're not intelligent enough to stop these wars?
Yeah.
How come we're not intelligent enough to help each other?
I always think about that because I know each country has like you know the bright minds that run the country. Even with like science and stuff, like imagine how much smarter and better technology and just like us as a species would grow if we were to put all great minds from different parts of the countries to work together instead of working against each other.
Right.
We would be far more superior as
Yeah.
humans and it
Yeah, bro.
way
Like
more superior.
it would allow. Imagine, imagine some kids didn't have to worry about having to eat the next day.
Hmm.
Instead, they're worrying about math equations, and they're worried about the new technology that could come up. And it, imagine, imagine Einstein had to suffer through famine, and he never makes it to being a teenager, and he never comes up with the atom and all that stuff.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but if we all help each other, it's like this. Like, um, I was driving all the way to Indianapolis, right? And this was like throughout like a 7 month span. So the first 2 weeks I'm driving and I'm passing and there's like this empty lot and there's like about 6, 7 trucks and a bunch of dudes just walking around. So then 3 weeks later, I'll pass again through the same spot. Now they got this little thing coming up, and it's about the same amount of trucks, but now there's a couple more dudes in there. Now I come back a little later. Now they got almost a fucking whole building,
Hmm.
and that's just a group of little guys.
Yeah.
Imagine if the whole world helps each other like that.
Man, I think about that a lot. Life would be so much more peaceful. A lot more peaceful, actually.
We will be able to create more.
No, us as humans, that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're just supposed to be creating. That's like what we're meant to do.
Mm,
Creativity is what really gives us like that pure dopamine as well. Like, cause like when I
yeah.
know I'm creating stuff or I'm thinking of ideas or when just like that whole sense of just like creativity, it makes me feel better. Um, but I just know like if we were all put our, I don't if we were all to put our minds together, there'd just be so much. Like I think about like space. Like I know they want to do like space, like what is it called? Space like bases in space, like on different planets, or just
Right.
like discovering more things about the universe, or discovering more things about our ocean. Like we could get so much further if we just like put the strongest minds together.
Right. They want to expand humanity further and further. I mean, that could be a possibility, depending on how we all like work with each other. But if we're already in the biggest spaceship there is.
Yeah.
We're hurling through space right now. In a world that gives us everything. Like we literally just dig a fucking hole, then you throw a little seed in there, and then you just bury it and put a little water, and next thing you know, you got food. Where else are we gonna get that?
We are very blessed, aren't we?
But we don't see it though. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't like it's crazy. Like I my opinion, I feel like they 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 don't want union. They don't want humans to unionize because then you can't control us.
It's all like greed. That's all it
It
is. It's
is
all
greed.
greed.
Like, money gives power, right? So those that have the most money right now, they're like, if we let them get together, if we really let that message get out there that we should work together, we won't be able to control them.
Yeah. It's crazy as well, like how we're also so controlled in a sense of like social media.
Oh yeah, bro. That phone is fucking turns us all into slaves and shit.
I catch myself sometimes also getting lost on like my phone, like technology. They just want us so distracted. Sometimes I catch myself like, "Oh, what am I doing?"
Well, it's made that way, bro. It's and it's getting better and better, right? It knows what you want to see as soon as you it's getting so good now that as soon as you open it, the first thing you're gonna see is gonna be something that they probably already did the math, and they're like, this is the best video we could show this guy, and
His
and it's
algorithm.
right, which is the algorithm, and it's all catered to you. Because if I go to your phone, I'm like, what the fuck? But you go to mine, you're like, what the fuck? But like we exchange it again, and we're like, oh yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And it knows us. That's
Yes.
so weird.
Sometimes I be making jokes with coworkers at my job. Like, we'll be talking about a movie. He's like, "I bet you my phone's gonna show me something about it later. It's probably listening right now."
And it does though, right?
It does, yeah.
That's just fucking crazy. Like with the clothing thing. How long you been doing that?
So I actually started doing that a little. Yeah, so I started doing that a little before like the fighting actually. Probably a little before. I don't know. It's either right when I started training MMA or a little before that. But I started practicing with my stepmom, um, who used to be with my dad,
Yeah.
but they're not together anymore. But my old stepmom, she used to do like custom clothing for like baseball teams, and she did it
Oh
with
shit.
like a cricket machine and like a heat press vinyl material. And I remember thinking to myself, man, I want to build like a platform and a name for myself. I gotta have clothing too. Like it just makes sense. So I started learning from her how to like just make basic stuff, and it started off with like me going into a random store at a mall. I forgot, like like when you go like thrift shopping or like when you go buy like random blank T-shirts at like cheap places.
Yeah.
I went to go like buy a random hoodie, and then I went back to her place, and she showed me how to like make the hoodies and stuff, and I ended up putting like "Chase Your Dreams" and then the CYD on the back, putting like the jersey number on the back. I just was being creative with it at first and trying to see what like could be more like trendy, because I know a lot of people like jerseys. If I could tell people you can get custom numbers on the back, I know that probably attract them more and be like, oh, cool. I told them I could put their social medias or like their last names on the back as well. And it just started with that. And then a little after I started getting a hang of it, because I was very like, I sucked at it at first. Like, it's very tedious because you have to connect whatever like computer or PC you have to the machine, right? You got to edit the design, and you got to make sure like it's like clean, perfect. Sometimes you got to custom and do it yourself, and after that you send it over to the machine and you put like a vinyl material over like the sticky the sticky pad. Then you insert it, and it cuts out the design. Then you got to peel out the design like perfectly. And then after you do that, then you can like cut around it and then put it on the clothing. And then you got to use this heat press that's like 325 to like 405
Damn.
degrees hot. So it gets pretty hot. So you got to then press that a few times, take that off. There's like this thing called a Teflon sheet. So once you peel it off, you put the Teflon sheet, then you apply that. And you got to do that with each like part of the hoodie that you're like
Oh, they're
designing.
trying to put together.
So it is a process. So it took me a while to get good at it, and I was getting her help for a while. But after like a few months, I got the hang of it. Started doing like cool different designs, playing around with it, doing custom stuff for other people, and just started getting like a rhythm of it. But it's pretty fun. Like I feel like I was like working for myself. I'm not gonna say exactly how much, but I made a good amount just from the clothing brand and custom clients on my own, and it's a cool hobby I picked up. It was very random. It wasn't. I was never really like good at like stuff like that or like clothing industry. I just was just like, let me try it, and I just went for it. I stayed patient, dedicated. Now I'm pretty good at it. Like whenever I want, I just pull everything out, connect it, connect my PC. Like I'm a lot better with editing. Get that all done real quick. Get that all done real quick. Um, it's just a lot easier now. Like it's a lot smoother of a process.
Yeah, I mean, everything takes some type of practice, right? Like,
Hmm.
um, but I I myself been thinking about doing not a clothing brand, but like I just want to make some type of merch
Yeah.
and just you know push it out. So like, I've been thinking about how to do it. That's why I'm asking. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. I could definitely like show you, put you on. Like it's easy. I could always like send you the exact machines I got. Um, but especially because you could do it on your own time, and like once you teach yourself, you like it's so much
yeah,
easier than
but
also trying to like
that's
find
also
it.
that too, right? You gotta have the time for it.
Yeah, yeah. So many sleepless nights. Are like I'm
But
like,
that's why like people hire people like, hey, you know what, bro? I got a design for you. You could do it. And you're like, fuck, hell yeah.
yeah.
It, and like aside from like doing that, you also said that you do content on TikTok.
Yeah, so I started doing TikTok in 2019, and it started off with like this one account I had, and I just make random funny videos, stupid videos, and I blew up on there for a little bit. But I only got to, I think I got like to 4,000 followers on there, and it's still at that amount. But um, I ended up getting canceled on that account for a bit, but
Oh shit.
and I ended up making another account, and I would just like make random content again, just being myself. And I remember when I started going through the whole emo phase right before that, I had like my mustache. I didn't have like any of this down here, but I had like my mustache, and I shaved it for the first time. And it's so random for the videos that blow up, but on TikTok, that video ended up getting almost 20 million views
Damn.
for me shaving my mustache and people being like, "Oh my god, he's so attractive," da, 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 just like me without my mustache. And it was just it was random. Like it was so much like star power at the time. I didn't know what to do with it. Um, but I remember that's when I went to emo phase. So like when I was at my highest and most peak on my platform, I was like I looked different. Shaved face, always dyed my hair, painted nails, piercings. I looked way different. But yeah, I started on there. I did like hot sauce challenges, relatable content. But then that's when I started like falling out of that phase, and I actually lost a lot of followers. I used to have 360,000 followers on TikTok,
Damn.
and now I'm at 250,000 followers. And it's because like I just wasn't that person no more, and I became more masculine. That's literally what it is. I became a lot more masculine. And my whole persona changed, and a lot of people didn't like the way I was anymore. I lost all those followers. So I've just been trying to rebrand myself since then.
I mean, that's still pretty good following, bro.
Yeah, oh for sure.
Yeah. I
For sure.
mean, I barely started my shit. And I'm nowhere near.
Yeah, no, I feel like I always tell people you just got to be yourself, and you got to be consistent, and you have to use all the social media platforms you have. Like when I post on Instagram, whatever I post on Instagram always automatically goes to Facebook as well. I
Oh,
always
okay.
post, like I try to post on X. I always post on my Snapchats. Everything I post on
Yeah,
those.
I haven't gotten on X to be honest. Like,
I think it's a good platform just because you also have a lot more free speech on there, and you
yeah.
could be yourself a little more on there, and it also like gives you more engagement. Like
Mm,
whatever stories I post on Instagram, same stories are gonna be also on TikTok. They're also gonna be on Snapchat. Like they're just I'm constantly trying to like post on everything at once
right.
and just being yourself, but also posting content that matches the algorithm of what's trending. And so essentially, you are kind of putting a mask on to fit in with what's going on, but at the same time also do your own kind of content so that way whatever blows up, that motion and those views also goes into whatever else other content you're promoting that's actually you, so you get more recognition of who you are as well. Because if you're just trying to only promote yourself, you'll be able to do it, but it's gonna take a little longer. You kind of got to do with what's trending, and just relatable content with other, like just things other people are gonna want to click and watch.
Right,
Pull in
right.
from other kinds of groups of people and different genres of people, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because some people are good at like at knowing exactly like not only the content but like when to drop it,
Hmm.
this and that, certain times that like, hey, if you do it around this time or like but it's again like it's all practice, right? Like you obviously know you already got your rhythm of like getting your thing. I need to start getting on X, bro, because I keep hearing like, oh yeah, X this, X that. I'm like, I might, I might, because I used to be on Twitter, so I'm pretty sure my account probably,
It's the same, yeah.
yeah,
They just
yeah,
changed the picture and changed the name of the app. It's
yeah.
exactly the same. They just changed it
So
because
maybe I
Elon
could
bought
still
it.
log into that. I mean, I don't even know if I have any followers on there, but
Even if you don't like me, I think that's the platform I have with the least amount of followers. But I'll still post on there like as if I have the 250K on TikTok. Like you just gotta act like you got the viewers. Like I just had this one friend who like streams, and I remember he generates a lot more views now as a streamer. But I remember watching him when he first started, 0 viewers, but he talked to that camera like there was a million people watching him, like as if he was crazy. I remember people telling him like, you know, that he like just basically give it up kind of deal. And I remember just seeing him like being like so unmotivated and like, damn, no one's watching, but he keep doing it, and then eventually, people
yeah,
started
you find your
coming in.
people,
You find your people, yeah.
yeah, because people like everything within time. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Some, I mean, there is people that get lucky sometimes and they just automatically hit, and they before you know it, like the hot tour chick,
Yeah, just
it
and then
like
she made merch and she made millions off of that. Now she's set for life just because of how
just for
she
some
did.
random thing, right? I mean, sometimes it happens that way, sometimes it doesn't. But as long as you stick with it, it's
Hmm.
just like that's the secret sauce,
Yeah.
in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that, like, you sort of kind of like made me view a little different now about, especially about social media promoting things and shit.
Yeah, you have to manipulate it. Like you got to use it like a tool. Cause they say like me, kid you not, my phone, I get no notifications at all, and I do not know who's texted me on anything or on any app unless I physically open the app, and I do that on purpose so that way every time a buzz goes off, I'm not like, oh, let me check what that was or who texted me. I'm just trying to make sure I'm using my phone as a tool. Cause if not, your phone's gonna use you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, that's that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you have all your notifications on, then like,
Hmm.
oh, let me check if what oh, Instagram, oh, Facebook, oh,
Yeah, exactly. And then you catch yourself doom scrolling.
yeah, that's crazy, bro. And so we're about to come to like an end and stuff like
Yeah, yeah,
that,
for
and
sure.
that video, you sent me a video, that's from like your highlights
Yeah,
or,
just a highlight of like random things I've done. Just chopped it up, put it together real quick. Just a good gist of what my lifestyle looks like.
oh, cool. So we're gonna check this quick video out. I just want to like thank my boy right here for like being here, bro. For real, like,
For sure, man.
you got anything to say while I set this up real quick?
All I can say is just make sure you guys are doing what you love. Make sure you guys are surrounding yourself with the best people, and chase your dreams. CYD, and just do what makes you happy. Stay content with life. Keep
Nice.
good people around you.
Hey, that's a good message. Addictive. Uh, Sazon mixtape. Let's go. Yeah, Sazon. Aguas que yo tengo product y lo convierto en dollars. A mí nunca se me acaba el ritmo. Got on dancing lambada. Dale que el tiempo no para. Y el que sigue siempre gana. Aguas que yo tengo product y la calidad es de la cara. Cada palabra le he hecho más que es potente así porque tiene sabor. Le voy a seguir y le voy a seguir y no voy a parar aunque tenga 1,000,000. Cash billetes si no me entiendes. Paper Zelle, oh dame un cheque. 5 ceros con un 10 enfrente. Y ahora soy rico como sazón. Aguas que yo tengo product. Una probada y bailas. Yo hago lo que me da gana porque yo sé que ella quiere probarla. Pago directo, bro, loaded, encendedor. Déjalo cuento, bro, lógico protocol. Now we on the road, that's how we gonna ball. Porque mi product es la mejor.
Yo, 10-4, you copy? We're gonna need that product at a double up, man. Let's get it. Hell yeah, bro, I got you. I'm cooking it up right now. I'ma send as soon as I can. Alright, let's go. I need that ASAP, man. Let's go. Hell yeah, let's get it.
Aguas que yo tengo product y lo convierto en dollars. A mí nunca se me acaba el ritmo. Got on dancing lambada. That was that one stream you guys were doing, right? That one time. Yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing that one. Bro, for real though, like thank you for being here, man. Like I'm glad we finally got to do this. I know we had to reschedule, and
Yeah, of course. I'm patient. When timing's everything. I know it was meant to happen today for a reason.
hey man, but like before every podcast, I do a quick like little freestyle, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you rap or do anything like that.
I do not.
So we're gonna do this real quick, finish the podcast on this, and here we go.
All right, bet. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Mess what my boy said, you gonna see. We about to do this 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're better than most. That's why you can't see us like ghosts. We had the little stories, and that shit was getting kinda scary, bro. I don't know, but yo, here we go. Soon as we talked about it, it kinda got cold. I am kinda old, but I'm still gonna this shit on hold. You know what I'm saying, man? This shit is told like the Bible. You know that I'm changing the title of this fucking thing. I don't know, but I'm fucking thinking. What is thought? What is life? What is this? What the fuck are we about to strive? I'm gonna strike. I don't want no more wars happening tonight. Do this shit, man, yeah, I'll hold the mic. My boy right there, yo, he do it right. Had a lot of lessons. He built himself like a weapon. Do this shit, and he went to the rapping. Then got number 1, like, what up, man? Anyway, fuck it, we about to end the fucking podcast like this. Thank you, my friend. Let's go. That's how it goes. Windy City, we get it in, yo. Thank you, bro. Thank y'all, man, for tuning in. Thank you for being here, bro. I appreciate it. Glad we got to finally do this. Any last words?
Stay safe, y'all. And if you're gonna be reckless, be responsibly reckless.
Hey, and spread love, and most of all, love each other, y'all.